Shalom Aleichem, this is Rabbi Kovacs, and for Rosh Chodesh Nisan, as we switch from the month of Simcha, of Adar, into the month of Geula, of redemption, of Yetzias Mitzrayim, we are starting the second chapter of Nazir in the Mishnah Yomi. So we're in Perek Beis, Mishnah Aleph. Hareini Nazir, behold, I will be a Nazir, mina grogrot, from the dried figs, mina devela, and from the fig cake. Way back in Seder Zerayim, we were talking about harvesting. We mentioned they used to press figs into a big cake and then actually cut slices of fig cake, which was literally just squished figs. So he's being a Nazir, but from figs, and figs have nothing to do with Nazirut at all. So how do we interpret what he's saying? Beit Shammai Omrim Nazir. Beit Shammai says he has become a Nazir. The Gemara explains that the Mefarshim here bring, Beit Shammai says it's people don't say things for no reason. So the fact that he said the word Nazir, that's legally significant and that's binding. Now the fact that he then said from the figs, well, he's trying to retract, and Beit Shammai does not allow retractions by hekdesh. And Nazir is a form of hekdesh. He'll bring karbanot, it's kadosh yihyeh. So per Beit Shammai, he's stuck being a Nazir. His intended retraction is meaningless. Beit Hillel omrim eino Nazir. Beit Hillel says he has not become a Nazir, because Beit Hillel says we're tafas loshon achron. We allow someone to go after their second statement. Now, basically, they're making one big statement, but they're changing their mind or explaining their statement in the middle. So then the last words he said would be legally binding. Now, the Rishonim actually debate if this would be an effective neder. The Tosfot says this is not the way people make a neder. He didn't say karban, he didn't say konam, he's talking about Nazir. Nazir has nothing to do with figs, so he's not prevented from eating figs through this declaration. Rambam disagrees, and the Rambam says he's basically saying, I am like a Nazir with regard to figs. So he's making a valid neder according to the Rambam and can't eat figs until someone opens up, he gets a hataret nedarim. Amar Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda explains, Af kisha amru Beit Shammai, even when Beit Shammai said that they're being machmir, lo amru ele beomer harei hen alai korban. So they didn't say he's bound by this declaration, only if he added that the figs or the fig cake is like a korban to him. Now a korban is hekdesh, it's forbidden for secular usage and eating, like we explained in Nedarim. So according to Rabbi Yehuda, they both agree. Beit Shammai, Beit Hillel would agree he's not a Nazir. They would disagree if he's a Nazir from, quote-unquote Nazir from figs, if he's made a valid neder against figs. Where Beit Shammai would say if he used the word korban or a similar word, then he would indeed be forbidden to eat figs. The Rambam explains this Mishnah slightly differently in accordance to his opinion. Let's go on to Mishnah Beit. Amar, so man said, Amra parazu. He said that this cow in front of him said, Hareini Nazira, I will be a Nazir cow, im omedet ani, if I stand up. Now, a cow cannot become a Nazir, so why is the man who's trying to make a cow stand up, and the cow is being stubborn and sitting down, why is he saying this? He's basically very frustrated that he can't get the cow to stand up, and he said, yeah, it's kind of like this cow is saying, I'm going to be a Nazir if I get up, because the cow doesn't want to get up. Or a similar case, the man's trying to open a door, and the door is jammed stuck. So he says, Amar hadelet hazeh. The man says, this door is saying, Hareini Nazir im niftach ani. I will become a Nazir door if I get opened. So here Beit Shammai omrim Nazir. Beit Shammai says, when the cow stands up or the door opens, the man who made this odd declaration, he becomes a Nazir. We interpret his words as they're a bit roundabout. We interpret him as saying, I will be a Nazir if I can get this cow to stand up or this door to open. Beit Hillel omrim eino Nazir. And again, like the last Mishnah, Beit Hillel says he does not become a Nazir through this declaration. He's merely frustrated with this door or this cow. Amar Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda explains again, Av kishamru Beit Shammai, even when Beit Shammai said to be stringent, Lo amru eleb omer harei farazu alai korban im omedet he. He says only if the guy says, yeah, this cow says she's going to be a Nazir, but she's going to be like a korban, like an offering, if she stands up. So according to Rabbi Yehuda, again, Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel would agree, there's no Nazir here, not the cow, not the door, not the man. No one's a Nazir. But if he said a lashon of carbon or similar, then the cow would be forbidden to him, like a neder, if the cow stands up. A cow can actually become a carbon. In the case of the door, maybe he would give the value of the door to firewood or chop up the door and give the firewood to the temple. Chodesh Tov, have a great month of Geula, Yashar Kochachem.